Hello, beautiful friend. We're back talking about a topic about mindfulness and awareness around food. So more often we can think of ourselves eating for lots of other reasons other than hunger. So we have talked in previous videos about being mindful. So when we're starting to be mindful, we can start recognizing that there are other reasons why we eat. Maybe we're stressed, maybe we're feeling a little lonely, maybe we've drunk too much the night before and we're absolutely craving something salty. Maybe we want to reach for something sugary. Just it triggers that reward response in the pleasure area of your brain. It triggers off some lovely dopamine in your brain. But what are we actually looking for? Is it food? Are we hungry? Is it likely we're looking for some type of comfort instead? There is a reason why people call it comfort food. But, do we actually have to use food as comfort? And we can seek comfort in so many ways, and sometimes healthier ways. Sometimes calling a friend, but often it's less helpful ways. Sometimes we might have some alcohol, sometimes we might have that unhealthy food, we might get lost on Facebook or the internet. There's so many things. We might just mung out in front of the TV for hours and hours. But easing the pain and discomfort with food, it has become very, very common. So I'd like to give you a little practice, a 3-step breathing space for self-care. So it can be helpful to bring awareness to the mental processes, the recording that's going on inside your mind. And it might create space for considered and caring actions for yourself, rather than going down any usual unhelpful routes that we might go down. By bringing awareness to our actual needs, perhaps it's not a hunger need, we'll be feeling really nourished and loved instead of depleted and guilty. So this is just a very nice short practice. It can last between 2 minutes and 10 minutes, so just take with it what you need to. And we'll just do a little practice now, but you can continue doing the practice for a longer period whenever you want to. So I'd like you to just find a nice comfortable position and place your feet flat on the floor. So we'll sit in the chair for this one. And closing your eyes or bringing your gaze down to the ground. And as we always do, beginning to notice the breath. The flow, yogis call this breath prana, our energy. And that flow of the air that enters the nose and gently travels down towards your lungs. So we always have our breath with us. We can always do these practices. And breathing in this nice relaxed way for at least 5 breaths. Just sensing the fresh air coming in through your nose. And every time you breathe out, just letting go of any tension. Find any places in your body where you're holding, where you might be tight. And as you breathe out, just relax. It might be useful to have your hands on your belly or your chest and just noticing the gentle movements every time you breathe in and when you breathe out. As we breathe in, the belly rises. As we breathe out, the belly relaxes. And now just checking in with our mind and our body and asking ourselves, what's going on? What's going on right now? What are my thoughts? Where do I feel these in my body? What are my emotions? And where do I feel them in the body? And then gather our attention back around the breath, following the breath as it moves in and out of the body. And doing this for another 1 or 2 minutes, just depending on your time. And when your mind wanders away from the breath, just bringing it back to the physical sensations of the breath. The breath as it moves your body. And just bringing those thoughts back with kindness and without judging ourselves. And the next step, gently expanding our awareness to the present moment, where our beautiful body is placed in the room. How you're positioning your body. And gently opening your eyes if they're closed. Now I'm going to record that for you as a proper meditation. So you can download that at any time, perhaps put it on your phone. And if you need to, just listen to it whenever you need to. If you don't like to listen to an audio and you prefer to read it, I suggest writing that little sequence down in your journal and just reminding yourself to go through that every time you feel that emotional pull towards food. So after reconnecting with this enhanced awareness, it might be appropriate, you might like to think about asking yourself, what do I need to help me get through this time? So once we've connected to our emotions, we can really find out what we actually need. Are we thirsty? Do we need comfort? Do we need heat? Do we need cooling down? Just asking ourselves with awareness, how can I be self-compassionate towards myself right now? You could try and make your own list in your journal of considerate and self-compassionate actions. And so if you are coming across a really difficult time in your life, as you're really stressed and your mind's a mess, you've actually got that gorgeous list there for you already. So just for an example, you might go for a walk. Even if you can't leave the house, if you've got little people you're looking after or big people you're looking after, you can step out the door. You can take some fresh air. You could take a drink of water. We could do some breathing exercises. We can ring a friend. We can give ourselves a foot rub or a self-massage. We could do a meditation. So I'd love to hear some of your ideas, what you do for your self-compassion. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.